What is going on, everyone? And we are back with another Goosebumps video. I love this series so much, and this is actually one of my somewhat favorite stories from the first season. Um, this is called "The Girl Who Cried Monster." My cord is all kinds of fucking tangled. Give me 1 second to fix this. This is from a story called "The Girl Who Cried Monster." I have watched the I've watched this episode several times. Big reason is it is actually episode one on the seasons that are released. Um, for whatever reason, it's not episode one in the actual episode release guide, but it is episode one when you buy season one. One of the things that I'm going to let you guys moving forward know when I'm watching these is where I'm watching them, so that you also have access to watch them. If I can't tell you where I'm watching them, I'm just going to say you don't need to know. However, this specifically I have purchased on Vudu, which is a digital movie watching service. I don't have access to do. I don't buy much physically if I don't have to. One series that I'm going to have to try and find some way to watch physically or by other means is like Tales from the Crypt when we get there. Because for whatever reason, that's not streaming anywhere for rights issues, and I get that. However, so with this specifically, watching this on Vudu. So if that's where you're able to watch it, that's where you're able to watch it with me. Anyways, guys, as per the normal, I'm going to start the timer, and the timer is going to be on the bottom of the screen. And when we get to wherever it is that we're getting to, or whenever it gets to 5 seconds, is when we'll hit play. So with that being said, let the timer begin. And we'll be starting Goosebumps. Girl Who Cried Monster. Go. I want somebody to rap to this, and I think I've heard someone rap to it before. I just think it'd be super cool. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Ba-da-dum ba-da-dum ba-da-dum. Goosebumps. Bum 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 bum. Viewer beware. You're in for a scare. Ba-da-dum ba-da-dum ba-da-dum. Bum 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 bum. The Girl Who Cried Monster. Me too. I mean, other people. Scared one of my employees at work today. It was fucking hilarious. Wasn't even fully intentional. Eh. Do you want to keep your toes? I never had a little sibling to scare like that. I'm both mad and sad about it. Well, and happy, to be fair. That's what I meant to say. Happy and sad about it. And he still believes it. Hello, Lucy. I love it because she's a monster fan. She's a horror fan at heart, and she wants to find things that are scary. That's the only way I can read things. I need scary. I like that. She's like, wouldn't it be cool if monsters were real? If you only knew. Nah. People like to be scared in real life too. They just don't know it. It sucks at first, and then you're like, oh my god, the adrenaline rush. This kid's voice is so high pitched. It's like Jaleel White when he's pretending to be Urkel. That's what the kid reminds me of. Bum bum. I love the music. It's like representing a heartbeat. Doom doom. Black cat crossed your path. Maybe you shouldn't go in there. It's a warning. Bum bum. Bum bum. Da 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 da. Dun dun da 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 dun dun. Sorry, I'm a classical fan as well. It absolutely is a classic, lady. Pet spiders. And this is just disgusting. He starts eating the crickets himself. And then his true form shows. If I remember correctly, he eventually eats a spider. I wonder if he had to eat real bugs for this role. Oh, she white girl tripped. There's a monster. And of course, the parents don't believe her. I, I can relate to that. Life is a phase that I'm going through. She thought obsessed is a big word. She didn't even read the damn book. And no, Frankenstein's not one of not the most sympathetic character in the fucking story. The little girl that he killed is. I mean, you definitely can sympathize with Frankenstein in terms of not being accepted, things like that. But he drowned a little girl. She's gonna get caught. Ba ba ba. Make this a little brighter. You can't see. You couldn't see anything. Yeah. My man just ate a tarantula. Lucy. It's a fun joke. Keep running. I love fast food. so effed. So effed. Run, Lucy. He's got you cornered. That was him de-transforming back into his voice. Screaming for her to come back. Don't tell the creepy dude that. But I'd really like to give it to you. He's trying to eat you, child. That's not ominous. It's like, I can't wait for us to speak again. Parents can be so irritating in movies. They never believe their kids are in trouble. That's where they know he's lying. Like, it wasn't on your way. A home cooked meal. So that's one of my favorite twist endings in Goosebumps as a whole. You are. Yes! Lucy's family are monsters too. And Lucy has no clue. They're like snake-like people. Snake vampire people? And the kids are just okay with it. Surprise, but since you asked, like cherry pie? You can't eat her friend. Come on now. All right. Now, obviously, it's a kids' show, but there's you got to think about it. So apparently, like the kids know that the kids know that they're monsters, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we just watch." But still, they just sit there and watch their parents absolutely mow down, absolutely just mow down on this dude, right? And like the thing you got to think about too is like nobody's gonna question where the creepy librarian from the old fucking city library is gone. It's not just a normal library either. It's a goddamn mansion of a library. It's huge. It's got floors. And the librarian is just gone. I don't know. Even still, twist ending wise, I remember reading this for the first time, and like I said, guys, I was a fan. You guys don't understand. I was a huge fan of the Goosebumps books before this show ever came out. Goosebumps was basically my intro into horror reading, and it's the only thing I can read and not be bored with horror, not Goosebumps. Um, and even then, it's specific authors. Basically, like R.L. Stein and Stephen King are the only two that I've found that I can really, really, really get into what they did. I mean, obviously, I've read Dracula, I've read Frankenstein, a couple of the classics. Edgar Allan Poe, as far as poetry goes. He's got some fun short stories as well. Um, but like I read so many of these books before the show came out. When they announced that the show was coming out, the amount of excitement that I had as a teenager, not even a teenager, I think I was still a preteen, maybe late teen when this came out. I don't remember. Somewhere between pre and early teen when this came out. I'd have to do the math. But like the excitement that I had that the show was coming out, and for this being early on in the season, again, for some reason on Vudu it's listed as episode 1. In the episode list it's actually like episode 4, because I think we've covered both episodes of The Haunted Mask and then Cuckoo Clock of Doom. So there's this. This is, like I said, definitely amongst my favorite in the season. I watched this one specifically with my daughter about a week and a half ago. We watched the first few episodes as far as the voodoo setup season goes, and she enjoyed it as well. So, I just enjoy the twist ending. It's one of my favorites because it's like you spend this entire time and you think that the parents don't believe her. Hi, Gil. Welcome back. And then all of a sudden, they're right. She's a monster. Or they're monsters too. That's what I meant to say. Gil distracted me. But alright, guys, that's going to do it. Get your butt out of my face, my guy. Figure out what you're doing. Go. 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 Or sit on the chair. That's fine. That's fine. Anyways, we love you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Peace.